Hi and welcome along to One Way Football. Yes, we are back again with another review on the opening games of the long-awaited season. Because I feel like every time we go into a summer, I just hate it. I hate it so much. It's just boring without football. Do you not agree, Ed?
It's worse with the heat.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's worse with the heat. Yeah, 100%. I get the heat like 24/7. You wouldn't think I live in actually Spain, like with this skin tone. Look at me, I'm white as a sheet. like,
So am I.
yeah, I mean, but I've got no excuse not to get a tan over here. Like, I live in Spain and this is what I look like, but I'm a bit of a night owl considering I'm a DJ at night. But look, going off chart anyway, going off chart. We're gonna hear here. We're gonna talk about the opening games of the Premier League, and both being Arsenal fans, got a bit of a cheeky grin on our faces. I'd say, 100%.
Yeah.
Would you not think, Ed? I mean, this past weekend, we had. I mean, well, no, actually, the last 2 weekends we've had so much to gloat about. Would you not say?
Yeah, we turned it around at Crystal Palace. It went a lot better than it did last time.
Yeah,
What would have made it even better is if we scored a third goal to further rub it in.
yeah, I agree on that one, but if you're like a Liverpool supporter, a Man U supporter,
Like my dad.
let's even put in Tottenham in that scenario, you would be looking at Arsenal going, maybe one of the teams to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if you look at our lineup, that's a strong contender for top four.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not even saying top four anymore. Well, I'm saying top four, but I'm saying I wouldn't even say fourth anymore. I'm going third. 100%. I'm saying third.
I'm still sticking. I'm still sticking fourth.
You still thinking
Yeah,
fourth, yeah?
look. Right now, it's still August right now. We can establish this again in May, but I still think we'll get fourth. However, if we keep the goals up with Jesus, a play like we do against Leicester, then I see third as a possibility.
100%. I mean, look, you got to look at Arsenal and say, look, our next three games, you got Bournemouth, Fulham, and Aston Villa. You're talking 9 points there. 100%. It's got to be 9 points
Yeah.
for Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at Man United though. I mean, wait, no. We've been there before, right? We've been there before. Our opening first three games of last season, we were there, mate, without even a goal. But look at where we ended up, above Man United. So we can't really rush into this and go, oh, look, we can't laugh at them too much, can we? Because it's still early doors, and even if they lost their game against Liverpool next week,
Which they will.
what's to say? What's to say they can't finish above us still though? Because we turned our season around last season.
This is completely different. This is a completely different team than we had last year. Man United, they've got Ronaldo, they've got De Gea, they've got Lisandro Martinez, they've got Bruno Fernandes, and none of them are doing what they should be doing.
Do you know what? I was actually just talking to a Man United fan before I came home, and he had a good point. To be fair, the team that they have, the problem with Man United at the moment is they're all individuals and they're thinking about themselves. There's no team spirit there.
No.
Let's put it out right. There isn't. And Arsenal, we had the kind of say, now we're looking back at like the all or nothing thing.
Oh, have you watched that yet?
Have you not watched it?
Oh no, have you watched it? Because
I've watched it. Yeah, I've watched like 6 episodes. So the all or nothing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had the same kind of problem at Arsenal, and I've said this from the start with Aubameyang. There was too much mucking around in the back room. There was too much happy this, like, oh, look. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he was an individual. Do you not agree though? A little bit.
Look, with players like Oba, for me, it doesn't matter whether they're individual. It doesn't matter whether they're always happy all the time, which they should be, always happy. Like, keep it positive. I still think if we hadn't let him go, we'd have got the top 4 still.
Yeah, no, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying Arteta's got a point now. He's taking the bad vibe out of the squad. So what he's doing is he's taking your Aubameyangs and your Lacazettes and stuff that aren't working, that aren't doing what team positivity should be doing, and he's worked on it more. Man United, you look at their squad, what they've got probably one of the best squads, right? Not on results, but on paper. If you were to put them on paper, you would go, Man United win that. And it goes to show when they faced Brentford, it didn't work out. But if you'd have said Man United versus Brentford, in your head, what would you have said?
2-2 draw.
What?
2-2 draw.
Nah, come on, Ed. Yeah, you would have said Man United have won that.
Nope.
I mean, okay, like looking at Brighton are probably a far superior team to Brentford. I would put it. If that's how I look at it. I mean, at the beginning of the season, anyway, you would have said that Man United would have beaten Brighton.
Probably.
That's what I'm saying. But then, like, after getting beat by Brighton and then going to Brentford, you'd have thought, right, they lost the first game. They're going to bounce back now.
Clearly not.
No, clearly not. But I'm saying a lot of people probably would have put a bet on Man United to win.
Yeah, look, last year, all I saw was United fans running their mouth when we were in that bottom position. Running their mouth like they were mad cocky.
Yeah.
There are so many cocky ones this time now because they're doing the exact same thing.
But this is where I go to say again, we can't gloat too much because we were in that position and look where we ended up.
We're second behind Man City, who are arguably the best team in the league. So we have.
But it's 2 games in, though. It's 2 games in. We can't like, we could go to Bournemouth next week, and if we lose, then what does that make us?
We're not going to lose to Bournemouth.
No, you say that. You say to it like if. All right, so let's track back. Let's track back. Beginning of last season, we played Brentford. Who said to anybody that we were going to lose against Brentford?
Brentford fans.
Brentford fans. Do you know what I mean? Like, but not Arsenal fans.
No.
So we can't, that's what I'm saying. We can't like judge Man United until I'd say about 5 games in. If they lose all them 5 games.
You know what's different? We don't. When that third game we play Man City, they're not really a rival to us. I don't consider Man City a rival. However, this time around, Man United have their biggest rivals in their history against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Oh no! I totally agree with that. I do totally agree with that because
so if you're gonna lose Liverpool after those other 2 humiliating defeats, that just further rubs salt in the wounds.
Yeah, no, I know.
When Arsenal lose to Man City, I can take it because I don't expect our team to beat that one, even with. Like, we're going to have Mbappe in our team. I still wouldn't expect to win against
Don't get me wrong. Our first 3 games, we had Brentford, Chelsea, Man City. It's totally different.
Yeah,
like with Man United, they had Brighton, Brentford, and now they got Liverpool. So their first 2 games, you would have suspected that they would have won them 2.
Yeah, only our first game, though. Only our first game was against Brentford. That's a weaker team than Chelsea and City, you would agree.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I get that. But looking at Man United, the problem with the lies there is too many individuals in that team. Like, you know, there's players there. Why on earth would you say that your captain is going to be Maguire? Come on. It's a fraud.
There are so many better captains for that team. I think De Gea's more of a captain. I think Rashford's more of a captain. I think Ronaldo's more of a captain. I think Bruno Fernandes is more of a captain than Harry Maguire.
Yeah. So I don't understand what Ten Hag's done there. I don't get it.
Harry Maguire's only started for United because they paid £80 million for him and they have to play him.
Yeah, I understand that. I do understand that. But there is like, so just to justify that you paid 80 million for him, he's now your captain.
when there are so many better people to pick as captain.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's pointless. I don't get it. Like, and Ronaldo, I was just like, when I was like speaking to my mate before, I was going, I'm just so confused with the whole scenario. Is like I get right. Where else would Ronaldo go apart from Real Madrid and Juventus?
You could go
He's not going to go to
Sporting.
City. Will he go to Man United? Yeah,
Sporting.
but now, where's he going to go now? Come on.
Sporting. Go back to where it started.
Yeah. Like his
That's what you normally
mentality.
do
His
at the end of your
mentality
career.
though
You
is,
go back to the club where you started.
but his mentality is, where is he going to? I know exactly what he's thinking. Where's he going to win a Ballon d'Or?
He's not.
No, he's not. He's not.
Look, for me, I'm probably going to say something the comments are going to have a bit of go before, which is sound. I think Ronaldo's finished.
He's not finished. I just feel like he's in the wrong place. I mean, look. If you look at Milner at Liverpool, he's 36. Why on earth is he still playing? Why?
You know, Mark Noble was at West Ham, so he was like 38.
That's what I mean. But like,
Same thing.
Ronaldo's still got the physique of like a 25-year-old. So I don't think he's finished.
play like
I just
one.
feel like he's lost for where he is. He's lost for where he's going to play next. He probably he's run out of ideas.
Plus, he's got that ego saying he's one of the best players ever.
If you walk off the pitch without going to clap your fans, right, and ignore the manager, there's something definitely wrong there.
Yeah.
And it is one of them things where you look at it and go, yeah, they maybe made a mistake there, but we now realize the Glazers, all they are doing is bringing in big names to keep their support going, but it doesn't work like that.
No, look, here's the thing with the Glazers. Like, they're those United fans that wake up and see Sharp on their shirt, right? They think they've got Roy Keane and they've got Paul Scholes in their midfield. They have it. They're long gone. They've got Scott McTominay and they've got Freddie got fingered, mate.
Yeah, it's where do you start and where do you finish, isn't it, with that team?
I'll get you again. It's not top four.
Who's getting top four?
Man United, they are not getting top four.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not.
I would still not write them off for top
So here's
six.
the thing. I believe Chelsea will finish third. I believe Arsenal will finish fourth. And I believe Man United have finished.
Yeah, it's true though. Yeah, it's true. I want to go on to the City Bournemouth game, right? I was watching Arsenal, right?
That's easy.
I was watching Arsenal,
I
and
was
it
there.
just felt like,
Not City Bournemouth. I was there at Arsenal Leicester.
yeah. And I was watching the Arsenal game, right? And we're knocking back in the goals, and I can hear the other screen where there's loads of City fans as well, just cheering. And I'm going, the problem with City is it's just a catch-up game. 24/7, it's a catch-up game. We score 4 and concede 2. They score 4 and concede none. And it's like, where does it end?
Ederson, they've got Ederson, we've got Aaron Ramsdale. I love Aaron Ramsdale, but Ederson's the better goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, and I get that. But at the same, what I'm saying is, with every team that's competed against City, it's always just been a who can. It's not like the points; it's who can score the most goals without conceding.
I mean, really, City's only competitor is Liverpool. Really,
is it now?
Well, right now, Liverpool. I don't see us being City even with our team. I don't see.
As of now, we're the only ones that are competing, but it's only 2 games in, like I just said before. But what's to say that we can't? I mean,
you could keep saying we're only 2 games in, but it doesn't change the fact we're second behind them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like goal difference.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter how many points are scored are on the table. It's always going to go down to City being that little bit better than everybody else because they've got 2 starting 11s.
Well, look, you only have to finish above Man City to win the league now.
That's it. That is the barrier, isn't it? City. Yeah. City's just the barrier. That's it.
I think what I think it is with City. I think it's because they don't have to worry about defenders like Sol Campbell or Tony Adams or Rio Ferdinand. That team doesn't have to worry about those defenders now.
Oh no, yeah, get that.
So they can go easily win it.
So I think we're
Like
all in
they're on their City are on their way to becoming a big football club.
until
Right now,
Guardiola leaves.
yeah, right now, I'd say right now they're heading there. They're not there yet. To become a bigger club, you've got to win more trophies than Arsenal. You got to win more trophies than Liverpool. You got to win more trophies than Manchester United. That's what you got to do to become a big club.
Hmm.
That's my
Yeah, a
definition
bit
of
of
a
a
big
fair
club.
point there, I suppose. I understand that, but then you get like the likes of Tottenham supporters going, "Oh well, it's not about history."
But they can't talk about history when they ain't got none.
Well, they do have history, but I mean, like it's very far away. It's in a very distant. Like you can't
But
see it.
since Tottenham last won the league, internet was invented. Mobile phones came out.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
long it's
understand
been.
that. Yeah, I get it. But what I want to do talk about though is moving on is the Tottenham Chelsea game, right? Because I heard all this hype,
Yeah,
right?
what happens there? What happens? What they're going to shake hands and Conte just turns into a wild animal. What happened?
Would you say now, right? And this is coming from an Arsenal fan. I know the Arsenal Tottenham thing is always going to be there for ages, but I feel like that Tottenham are
Now with the rest
swinging
of
more
history.
towards Chelsea now, and it is going to be one of them facts where when the Chelsea Tottenham game comes on, it's going to be one to watch now.
Look, Chelsea to us, they're our second rivals, but to Chelsea, we're their main rivals. They're our biggest rivals because
But
Chelsea
to
and Arsenal,
Chelsea,
to Chelsea, we're their rivals, their main rivals.
yeah,
Because those two are the most successful teams in London. Obviously, Arsenal, the most successful.
yeah,
Now, Tottenham, they're not even in the conversation, really. They're not competing for trophies. They're not winning trophies. I don't even know why they're in this conversation.
yeah.
And you can't tell me you're worried about Tottenham finishing above us this season.
They look good though, didn't they?
Look, here's why I'm not worried about Tottenham. They're Tottenham.
Yeah, because they can be Spursy, can't they? They we all know
Spursy
Spurs, right?
exists. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is kind of like 2
Look,
seconds. Yeah, so with the Tottenham thing, it's like it is one of them things where I hear so much hype about Tottenham, but what I've seen in the last two games, the first game was against Southampton, yeah. So Southampton, I picked them to go down this season.
so did I.
Yeah, so there we go. That's the first shout, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then against like Chelsea, they didn't really amaze me. They got lucky, I think. And I know Johnny's going to be watching this, but in my hindsight, they got a bit lucky, I think.
They're always lucky. Like they're always like they as much as they bowl it, they can sometimes, very rarely, once in a blue moon, they can save themselves.
Like I don't want to be too biased with it all. Do you know what I mean? Like because I obviously because of the show and that, and I do think because my top four was City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham,
And mine was
Chelsea.
City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Yeah, but I still think Arsenal and Tottenham will probably get in their top four together.
I guess we're gonna have to find out in October.
Yeah, but then it's still early. I still think that's still early because at the end of the day, even though we get to like the halfway point, we can still like we seen last season with Arsenal, we turned it around. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I just still think like with the whole Tuchel and Conte thing though, it was hilarious to watch. Don't get me wrong. I think they might have went a bit overboard though with it all.
Why? Did he squeeze his hand too hard or something?
No, so basically what it was, the simple fact that because they had the whole to do before in the game, and then Conte went to go and basically shook his hand, but didn't look him in the eye when he shook his hand. And basically Tuchel pulled him back and said, "You look me in the eye when I'm shaking your hand."
Is that it?
Yeah, basically.
These are two. They are two play school children at this point. Then.
Yeah, so basically they're just getting hyped up over fucking nothing. It's true.
And those Tottenham fans, they draw 2-2 with Chelsea, and they're celebrating like they won the FA Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. So I seen comments going, Arsenal celebrating like they've won the league and that. And I'm going, hang on a minute. Tottenham celebrated like they won the league. And it was a draw. So when does the point where we get to celebrate? What, do we have to get a draw to celebrate?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Look, the thing with Tottenham fans, they have a stupid mentality. Sorry, Johnny. They have this mentality of, I don't care.
You know for a fact he's gonna come on next week, right? And he's gonna lay into you for that.
Look, they have this mentality of, I don't care where we finish as long as it's above Arsenal.
But we did that for a long time as well, didn't we? Come on.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed.
We used to say mind the gap. And Johnny used to tell me, do you get a trophy for fourth? Or do you get a trophy for being above us? But they are doing that now.
You don't get a trophy for second. Well, you don't get a trophy for second, do you?
No.
And you don't get a trophy for having the best defense. And you don't get a trophy for having a World Cup winning goalkeeper who isn't even that good. And you definitely don't get a trophy for having a striker who's shit for your club but good for your country.
Oh, it is funny though. Like it is funny,
Look,
but
Tottenham to me, they're just shadow dwelling mugs.
Yeah. Oh, well,
that's what they are to
the
me.
feeling's mutual, but like obviously I can't, like I said before, I can't be too biased. The next game I want to roll on to, right? Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. West Ham are looking shaky, and do you know what? I actually put them for my sixth place.
Considering the fact they've been playing well the past 2 seasons.
Is what?
Considering the fact they've been playing well the last 2 seasons, West Ham.
Well, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost Jesse Lingard. They finished in Europa League spot. Then they had probably their best season in Premier League history last season.
But when you say, oh yeah, they finished in Europa League spot, that kind of makes us.
Well, but for West Ham, that's their probably.
No, that's an overachievement, isn't it, for West Ham? I get that.
Yeah.
You know, but they're looking very shaky right now. They are.
Problem is they've had City in their first game, and then they've had a newly promoted team in their second.
Yeah.
Now, there's always that thing, you don't want the newly promoted team start early on in the season.
So that was our excuse, wasn't it, last season?
No, that goes for anyone.
Yeah. I mean, look at Liverpool. Their first game against Fulham.
They drew Fulham.
Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from with that one. But Nottingham Forest, though.
So
do you think there's any expectations for them? Do you think they're going to...
Mid-table,
yeah. 10th.
Probably 10 or below.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give it to them, though. I mean, West Ham, on their day, West Ham are no shakeovers. We've seen it before. So,
no.
I mean, fair play to Forest on their second game. Forest lost to Newcastle in their first game. So, when you're saying about the newly promoted teams, Newcastle still did the job. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, like, but you know what? I actually like. I was saying this to my pal before, and I do actually like seeing these newly promoted teams come up, especially like when you had your Brentfords and your new Nottingham Forest, sorry, and Brighton as well was another one. When they first came up, I was glad for them. I like to see these teams do well. It spices the league up a little bit more.
It really depends on who the team is.
I mean, Leeds, like, their fans are just deluded anyway. And that's just coming from me. I actually liked seeing them come up because it shaked it about a bit. But now I'm just like, oh, God.
Like, could you imagine? I'm not saying it will happen, but could you imagine what would happen if Millwall got promoted to the Premier League?
I'd love it. I'd actually love it.
You'd love Millwall to be in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take it only just to see West Ham versus Millwall.
Or Tottenham as well. Tottenham have that hatred as well, don't they?
Well, Tottenham hate everyone.
Oh, yeah. No, everyone hates Tottenham.
You hate everyone hates you. Jesus.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right, moving on to our last subject, right? Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, right? And I want to hit on this subject very, very
That was
clearly, right?
so lucky.
Darwin Nunez, right? Okay. Why on earth would you turn around to the ref complaining about the player behind you, pushing you and stuff, and then turn around when you've got the ref's attention and headbutt him?
He headbutted the ref. I didn't watch the game. He headbutted the ref.
No, so basically, right? Darwin Nunez, right? The defender's coming behind him and doing like a bit of a chest push behind him, right? Darwin Nunez turns around to the defender and basically like shoves him back as a little bit of a to do. And then he turns around to the ref, Darwin Nunez, to get his attention, to say, like, look what he's doing. Look what he's doing to me. Yeah. Then once Darwin Nunez got the attention of the ref, turns back around to the defender and headbutts him. And then gets sent off.
He's given the Jamie Barton impression.
Yeah. He's basically he's called his own bluff. He's trying to get the defender in trouble, and then he's turned around and done it himself.
I'll put it down to. I'll put it to him joining this new league.
Yeah, it's not the same as Benfica, is it?
He's not quite familiar with the rules yet, is he?
No, well,
you probably get away with that in Benfica, but you can't get that away with London.
You wouldn't be able to get it away with anywhere. I mean, no. it's just, and considering you're 1-0 down, to Crystal Palace, and then you go and do something like that. All right, can put it on the slate. That once he'd done it, he got sent off. Liverpool did jump up, and then Diaz got like a cracker goal. I mean, the goal was like immense. He took on like the whole defense and just scored from outside the box. It was brilliant, nice goal. But when you're 1-0 down, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. That reminds me of a Xhaka kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like losing his head a little bit.
You know, I still don't like him.
Who? Xhaka?
Yeah, still don't like him.
He's kind of worked on it a little bit now, no?
Yeah, but you know what it is? I went on TikTok today and I just see people saying he's the real captain of Arsenal. And that just pisses me off.
Yeah, we've been through this, haven't we? I mean,
do you remember last time he was captain?
Yeah.
Because I do, and I'm never going to forget it or forgive it.
But going off track a little bit. Liverpool look shaky?
Yeah.
They do. Do you not think they look shaky? I feel like since Mane's gone, they're well, come on. The first game of the season and they dropped points against Fulham. And what you said before is correct. So it's a newly promoted team, so they're up for it. We beat Crystal Palace, and then Liverpool go to Crystal Palace. No, sorry, Crystal Palace goes to Liverpool, and they just look shaky. All right, they had a few people out.
I have to hurry you because we got about 8 minutes left.
Yeah, but this is like Liverpool, though.
Yeah,
this is Liverpool,
but
and they've dropped 4 points.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's a very good evaluation of this weekend's games. Now, let's move on to the next ones. Let's get their predictions for next week.
All right, then.
Okay, so who we got? We got
Arsenal going to win the league. There we go. I've said it. No, I'm joking.
Oh, you bastard! you put a stick in the mud there. If we win the league, I'll tell you. If we win the league, I will get Mikel Arteta tattoos on me.
If we win the league, I'll get your name tattooed on me. Trust me.
No, do not get my name tattooed on me, please. All right, let's see here. All right, Spurs and Wolves. I think that's a draw.
1-0 Tottenham.
All right, Crystal Palace Villa. I'm going 1-0 Villa.
Wait. I've got it.
I'm on the Premier League app.
Yeah, no, okay. So Crystal Palace versus Villa. I'm going to go 2-1 Crystal Palace.
All right, Everton Forest. I'm going 0-0.
1-0 Nottingham Forest.
All right, Fulham Brentford. I say Brentford win that 3-2.
0-0.
Okay. Leicester versus Southampton, 9-0. Leicester.
It probably fucking happened as well, to be fair. It probably would happen.
All right, Bournemouth and Arsenal. I'm saying that's a 5-0 Arsenal win.
Wait. So the Leicester Southampton game, I'll probably go. You know what? I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton. I think Southampton might bounce back a little bit. And Bournemouth Arsenal, I'm going to say 3-0 Arsenal.
I'm saying 5-0 Arsenal.
5-0.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're good at the moment.
We've got a way better team than them. We've got Jesus up front. You should be banning the goals in.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, Leeds and Chelsea. That's a Chelsea 2-0 win.
Was that? What did you say? Like Chelsea?
Chelsea and Leeds 2-0. Chelsea.
What, Chelsea?
And Leeds.
No, but I'm saying you're going 2-0 Chelsea.
Yes.
1-1. All
right, West Ham Brighton. I'm saying 2-1 West Ham.
2-0 Brighton.
Damn. All right, Newcastle City. Oh, that's a 7-0 City.
I'm gonna go 5-1 City.
All right, now the biggest game in England, Man United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford.
Relegation battle.
All right, I'm saying it's going to be a 4-1 Liverpool win.
I feel like Man United are going to turn up in this game. And my heart's saying draw, but I feel like Man United might nick it and go 1-0. 1-0 Man United.
All right. Well, Johnny, thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.
Yes, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. Thank you, Ed. We are going to be back next week for another video, and we're going to get Johnny on there because I feel like it's funny, and you two just, you make me laugh anyway.
All right, catch you later. Bye.
Take care. Boys and girls, thank you very much for joining us. Let's get up. Let's get these likes up a little bit. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we shall see you very, very shortly. Don't forget as well, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram, One Way Football. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
One Way Football.